Hello everyone and welcome back to Idiotic Ultimara Plays Mad Games Tycoon on Legendary mode, and I forgot to do that. On Legendary mode, all random, this will be my last episode. In the last episode we created a game, we finished a game, and it did not succeed. I also found out if you make AAA games over 80%, with the the game development contract, you're kind of set. Like, what is it? The AAA game for building game gives you 58 million. It costs you 11, so you're going to gain. Yeah. So that might actually be the best thing to do, is try and do these. There's a AA game. The AAAs are probably the best to go for though. There's a AAA as well. How much was that? 85%. Again, probably can't do any of that because I just can't be asked trying to get that up and running. The randomness is a lot of fun. It makes the game a lot more challenging, but there has to be. I can't say much about anything. I can't say there has to be something extra in the game. The game is difficult now, and I always complained that the game was too simple. So I guess that's my fault. But I'm glad that they made it difficult, and it's good now. I'll have to figure out a new tactic, a new way to play the game, and I will come back after a few updates, I think, because this game is still getting updated. Unlike Game Dev Tycoon, unlike Gamers Go Makers, it's still getting updated. Game Corp DX, I believe, is still getting updated, and Game Biz is not. Game Biz was fucking amazing, however, and I still believe that Game Biz is the best out of all of them. Don't think many can compete with Game Biz, actually. So yeah, this, I don't even know what I'm going to do for the end of this episode. As you can see, I'm just doing contract work again, and pretty much just going to finish off my engines, so people have to buy them again, and then I don't know. I haven't really thought about what to do after that. I've unlocked everything. I have made enough money to do whatever the fuck I want. Improve old engine. So how much does it cost me? 602,000 to go to 46. That is fine. They should then sell even better, even faster, and get me even more money. And yeah, unfortunately, the engines started selling too late. I also started developing them far too late. If I had more money earlier and was able to develop them earlier, I believe I could have done more. But I don't know. It just seems like it was too difficult to try and get games up and running. Like, you have to create a game that has over 100 bugs in the first place to even attempt to do your game development things, game reports. But once you get your game reports, it's much better. Like, easily make good games with game reports. Look at that. Just gonna make me money. Make me money, bitches. Buy my engines, make me money. So all that's happening now is just people are buying my engines and making me money. Who needs to make games when all you need to do is make engines? And you can make the money just through that. Like that. It's like, what the fuck? Let's repay what I can. Back down to 4.75 million. Actually no, let's borrow everything until I'm finished all of the engines, which won't take too long really with all this staff. 46,000. I could also just make the best. Let's see. Like, that costs a lot of money. I wish they had an auto feature with us here. Because, yeah, I would click auto. Easily click auto there. Let's just, like, do that and finish that off, I think. Next one. Again, just keep going until I'm done with this. So what can I say about Mad Games Tycoon? It's a great game. It's well worth paying for. I think I paid for it, I'm not sure. But it's well worth getting. It's a lot of fun. And it does definitely challenge you if you're playing on random mode and legendary mode. If I was playing on any other mode, say I was playing on hard mode, which I might do the next time around because I've showcased how to win on legendary mode, and it's kinda boring, I would say. So if I can play the game on legendary mode and win pretty easily, really. It took me a few tries to figure out what I was doing, but next time I'm going to play on hard mode, going to play on the random setting again, and I think what I'll do the next time around is pretty much the same thing, but hopefully I'll be able to actually create games with a second character. The second character will, I don't know, do the contracts. The first character will create games until it gets so bad that it gets so many bugs, and I don't know. I'll figure it out the next time I play the game. Not contracts, fuck that. Sport 46. Yeah, so I don't know how much it's costing now, but some of these engines, let's see. So we have Arcade 46. This may be 4.92 million, 7 million, 4 million, 5 million, 1 million, not a million, over a million, over a million. It's pretty good actually. Not a million, almost 0, 0. I've not actually had them up for long, so I'm not surprised. There's 0. There's 0. That's good, and that's 0. Nice. So a lot of my engines have actually sold really well. Now they're just going to sell even better because they are with. There's not max features yet. I believe there's another couple of features to get, but don't think there's many more. I can't because I have no games. Yeah, the game is definitely worth buying, definitely worth playing. Especially if you like games. If you liked Game Dev Tycoon, this game is a much better game. Gamers Go Makers is also better. If someone created a game that was in between this game and Gamers Go Makers and Game Biz, so like, I think the perfect game development game. Game development sim game, whatever. The perfect one to me would be use the sliders from Game Biz, use the overall map system and like most of the graphical system from this, and No, I actually don't even use the slider system from like GameBiz is really good and it's difficult. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, everything. I could say everything from GameBiz is actually in Mad Games Tycoon pretty much. Can't think of much from GameBiz. Like GameBiz has training. GameBiz is just Mad Games Tycoon in a spreadsheet format. I think spreadsheet format makes it a bit different. It adds a little bit of a like, makes it look cooler. Oh, creating engines in GameBiz was weird as shit, I think, and there's like a lot of cool features in GameBiz that I really enjoyed. But yeah, if you could make a game that's a cross between, say, Mad Games Tycoon and Gamers Go Makers, that'd be amazing. Say, use the opportunity cost thing that they have in Gamers Go Makers. Basically, you only get a certain amount of actions to develop a game, and you can only put those actions. Say, I don't know, what is it? You get +4 actions, I think it is, for the first game you ever make before you get all the research done. I think the research is done automatically as well, but before you get any of the research available to you, you can only do +4 actions, and your +4 actions is like +4 in any of the gameplay, and there's 8 actions you can do, so you can only put +1 in 4 of them, or +2 in 2 of them, or you can actually bring some of them down by 1, and that's a really cool system. Which I think would be nice if they replaced. What is it? So like if you replaced the 3rd page, which is like the +2 +3 thing, if you replace that page, just that page, with the Gamers Go Makers way of making games, that'd be really cool. I actually think that's probably the best thing about Gamers Go Makers, was thinking harder about making games. This one, it's set in stone. Gamers Go Makers, it wasn't. It was pretty like difficult to properly figure it out. They also had like you could make specific people that were for publishing, but they would like make the games so that like one person would be a publisher, and the well, I'll show you in the next playthrough, which will be Gamers Go Makers. Yes, it will be Gamers Go Makers, then it will be Game Dive Tycoon, and then it will be Game Corp, then it will be GameBiz. I have played GameBiz and I have played Game Dev Tycoon, but yeah, anyway, I got sidetracked there. Again, if you want to see the comparison between this game and any of the other game development simulation games, I am going to be doing each one that I can. Not in the same playlist, because I'll be just doing different playlists. They will all. I don't even. Have I done this for my Tycoon thing? Even though it's not a Tycoon, so I can't really put it in the Tycoon playlist. No, I haven't, have I? No. Yeah, if you want to see all the comparisons, I'll have each one. I'll play through each one eventually. Since this is the last episode of Mad Games Tycoon. Everybody compares this to Game Dev Tycoon, and I can see why. But I'm going to compare it pretty much to GameBiz, 100%. It's so similar to GameBiz, except not in spreadsheet format. You will see what I mean by that next time I play GameBiz, which might be never. Well, it will be eventually, and I'm going to try and relearn GameBiz before I play it. Yeah. But yeah, there's this game is great and it's still getting developed. So developer, I would love it if you've seen my videos and looked at Gamers Go Makers and see if you can change anything so it looks a bit, well, the opportunity cost part, or where, let's see, develop a game. So let's go blah there, that. So if I go to the next bit, here, this game settings thing. So you've got gameplay, graphics, story, game length, atmosphere, functions, game depth, beginner friendly, core gamer, casual gamer. Gameplay and graphics should be one thing. It should be two separate things. So say this, look at this whole thing, yeah. So you'd have gameplay, would have 2 tasks in it. Graphics would have 2 tasks. Story would have 2 tasks. Game length would have 2 tasks, and so on and so forth. So what you could do is say put, since this is what, 1 in gameplay and like -1 to graphics, so you could put 1 into gameplay and take 1 away from graphics. The same with story. You could put 2 into story and take 1 away from game length and stuff like that. It's cooler, and there's no right way of doing it, because every single time you try, it'll be different. Well, it won't be different. Everything has the same thing, but then like, so say this, you've also got these engines. So what have we got? Arcade, just arcade, and that's it. In Gamers Go Makers, you've got arcade shoot 'em up, arcade beat 'em up, arcade, like different genres within the arcade genre, which is cool, I think. So you've got the genres, and then the subgenre, then you can use it with another like different genre. So like, it's not a subgenre. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. Is it a subgenre they're using this? Yeah, subgenre. So you would have arcade subgenre, and then you'd have a second genre within the subgenre. If you catch my drift. Again, you really have to go watch my Gamers Go Makers Let's Play once I've started it to get the gist of what I'm trying to say. But other than that, this game is probably the best of all of the... even what I was talking about isn't actually bad. It is good. I can't say anything bad about the game. It's on legendary mode, it's tedious. That's only if you're playing on random. If I was not playing on random mode, it's pretty simple. Again, like creating that first game and say going with arcade and doing the +2, +3, -2, +2, +3, 20, 20, 20, 40%, and just creating that first game can like make you hundreds of thousands of pounds, and you don't have to care about much else after that. You barely even have to care about the contracts after that. You're gonna do them, and like the fact that they're making so much money now at the end game, it's worth it. But early game contracts are shit. as you might have remembered, early game contracts were kinda terrible. But yeah, it's a good game. I am liking where he's going with it. I like how he keeps updating it. That's a great thing. Is the fact that he's still updating it so much, and it makes the game worth playing and actually worth investing in a lot. I know I developed the Google Doc for it and the kind of wiki thing. I don't update it because I don't see the point anymore. Well, there's only like 2 parts to that Google Doc that anyone has to really care about, and that is yeah, there's only two parts, and that is the two main parts to it, which is the game settings and yeah, so the third page and the fourth page of creating a game. Otherwise, everything else is kind of null and void. Like, yeah, there's no point in anything else, to be honest. Everything, I think each of these is pretty self-explanatory. Development office is where you make game engines and your games. It tells you what you do. Like, you just scroll over it and it tells you. Pretty self-explanatory. Toilets are useless. Staff room is useless. Customer support is pretty good if you're caring about your customers. Other than that, it doesn't really matter. Like, customers go down so slow that it actually doesn't matter. Let's check how slow they're going down. So we're at 90,000 right now. 90,306 right now. Let's see how much it decreases. What is that? 16 fans? You can make well over 16 fans. Well over 16 fans. With making good games per week. You could easily make like a few thousand per week. And I think I've almost paid off everything. Yep, I've only got 500,000 left to pay off. And I'm going to be back back to where I was at the start. And I'm going to start doing that afterwards. Back to where I was before I created that game. That one game that almost destroyed me. If only I spent all that money on creating an actual game for something else. There you go. Paid off all my debt purely through licensing my engines, and yeah, I can't say much else about that. That's all I did. And I didn't even improve all. No, I didn't. Okay. $46,000. Sim 46. Yep, that's all I can say is I basically won the game through. I didn't become bankrupt through engines and contracts, especially now that contracts are so good, and you get so many of them. You didn't used to get as many, and they never scaled. So what was it? It was like 20,000 per contract at the start of the game, 20,000 per contract at the end of the game. So they were kinda shit. Early game, amazing. Late game, they were shit. But yeah, it's like now they're kind of a necessity, which is nice. I think I'll end the game once I get all of these to 46, and then I will just say we are done. We've made as much money as we can. We have survived until, I don't even know, this game doesn't have an end date. It just keeps going after 2016, so I can't say anything. I don't even know if he's added in future tech yet. I know some games like to add in future tech, and some games like to end the game. Game Dev Tycoon likes to end the game, and I think Gamers Go Makers ends the game after 2016. Like when you get to 2020, they decide you've done enough. I think you can end the game now. So yeah, I don't know. I've not gotten that far into this game to know if it says, right, you're going to end. You're done now. Bye bye. Not gotten that far into the game. I'm drinking appetizer now. I really should go to bed early today because I've been waking up at like 11:30 each day, which is so late. So late. What's next? You. There is, I think, another couple of techs, features to upgrade or research, but again, it's not worth it. It really isn't. Yay. Yay. The money. The money just flows in like nobody's business when you have every engine at max. Again, if you can do this from the offset, you're set. The earlier you can develop engines, every single one of them, the earlier you can do that, the better. Then you don't have to bother with caring as much. I think I'll do I want to do Gamers Go Makers now, or do I want to do Gamers Go Makers tomorrow? I might do it tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything tonight. I think I'm done for the rest of the night. I think, I'm not sure. I am 46. I do live stream every single night now, which is great. Ooh, I don't have enough money. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to borrow the last of it. Because, okay, I don't really care. I can make that money in 2 contracts. That's crazy to think when you can make that much money that quickly. Okay, let's make that money back. And then end the game. Yeah. Oh, we're unhappy, we don't have something we want. That's another thing. Like, this goes away after a while. Yep, there we go. It went away, so I don't have to care. That's kind of irking. It's like, why would I care anymore? Honestly. So yeah, I think I am going to end it here. 2014. No, how many games did we create? Mad Games. We created quite a few, but a lot of them were just to get the stats, like how to make the game, which we ended up making a really good game, but it never made enough money. Fan letters. Look at that. Terrible. Stoners. Sold extremely well. Many foot. Okay. Bleh. Turnover. Negative 4.39 million. Every single game I created didn't make a profit. Yup. Yup. That's terrible. Oh well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's been a great pleasure to... Yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next Let's Play. Have fun, people, and goodbye.